Let's bring in Texas Senator John Cornyn. I mean, if it's the most important issue since the Civil War, you would imagine that the President of the United States would want to meet with them. Senator, take a listen to Chuck Schumer and how he describes the Texas legislators who are now hiding out in Washington.
Democrats are doing all they can to block the dangerous partisan bill. They are brave, they are bold, they are courageous, and history will show them on the side of right.
Senator?
I think it's kind of weird, Dana, to see a bunch of Texans coming up here and asking for Chuck Schumer's blessing, particularly when Chuck Schumer is, I think he probably gets 5 Pinocchios, maybe just short of what I'd give President Biden. But the truth is that they need to go do their job. That's the way democracy works. You're not guaranteed to win every single vote, but you are responsible to show up and cast your ballot, make your and debate the issues. If you don't win, then you try to come back another day, persuade more people that you're right, win the next election, get a majority, come back and change and actually do what you wanted to do. But cutting and running is not a Texas virtue.
Here's President Biden in Philadelphia yesterday.
So hear me clearly. There's an unfolding assault taking place in America today, an attempt to suppress and subvert the right to vote and fair and free elections.
So that was from Pennsylvania. Good thing he wasn't in Delaware because his home state doesn't have early voting until 2022, Senator.
That's right.
And it?
No, you're absolutely right, Bill. You know, the problem is it's really disappointing to see President Biden engage in such blatant demagoguery. The fact of the matter is that Texas law guarantees everyone who's legally entitled to vote an opportunity to cast their ballot. It's very generous, and as you pointed out, much more generous than the law in Delaware and many of the blue states. So this is just an attempt for really a power grab to try to convince enough Democrats to try to pass S1, HR1, which basically would be a federal takeover of the state election laws. The Constitution provides that these are going to be decided at the state level, subject to the Voting Rights Act, Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, which is the ultimate protection of minority voting rights. So this is blatant demagoguery, and really, I'm very disappointed.
It doesn't really seem like that federal law is going to go through. You have to bust the filibuster.
No, it's
right. And
it's not.
Al Sharpton said yesterday, the president said to me just now, Al, we're working through it. We'll see where we're going to be on that. He's not committed yet. End quote. Seems like that's dead.
Yeah, I think they'd realize this is not a winner for them, but they want to demagogue it as much as they can, rile up their base, and offer them, you know, the sun and the moon when in fact they're not going to be able to deliver in a 50-50 Senate. And Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema are standing strong to preserve the filibuster because they understand that's good for the country and good for the Senate as an institution. And so I think this is a way for them to fundraise, just like the Texas Democrats that are coming up here. They're raising money off of this. They know they're going to have to go back home. They know they're going to have to vote. And that's as it should be.
It is. There's a lot. It's gonna last. I mean, this is not the end of this fight, Senator. Thank you so much.
Senator John Cornyn, thank you from Texas.